Sa pagsikat ng araw, may dalang bagong pananaw. Naririnig mo bang busina? Palapit na ang pagbabago. Sama na, halika na. Go Education. May bagong paraan, mas madaming paaralan. Si teacher mas suportado, estudyante mas natututo. Trabaho tagumpay ang pupuntahan. Wow! Go Education! Sakay na't makiisa, sabay na hindi kaya kung wala ka. Lumalakas na ang busina, palapit na ang pagbabago. Sama na, halika na. Go Education. May bagong paraan. Go Education. Paaralan. Go Education. Mas suportado. Go Education. Mas natututo. Go Education. Trabaho tagumpay ang pupuntahan. Wow! Go Education. Go Education. Go Education.
Once again, a great afternoon to everyone. Welcome to the continuation of the third Cluster 6 Multidisciplinary Research Summit Students category. So I hope that you have all have eaten your lunch and have invigorated your energies because we will be witnessing our final set of research presenters. So without further ado, let us proceed or go back to our fifth presenter. We have Miss Kate Gallardo of Tahunan National High School.
It is a great privilege to present our research paper in this very significant event, the first Senior High School Division Virtual Research Summit. With my co-researcher, Angelica Casquejo, I am Kate Gallardo, presenting this study entitled Broken Families, Live Experiences from Parental Separation of Grade 11 Students in Tacunan National High School. Everyone's dream is to have a healthy and happy family that can love, care, and treasure each family member. However, it is quite alarming that parents who got separated are increasing while leaving a chaotic impression to the learners or children. According to Shakira 2014, broken family is one where the parents of a child or children have split up and no longer share a single family home as a family unit. In the research conducted by Geoffrey Avalos 2017, from 0.7 separated parents in 2000, it has reached to 0.9 or 9,000 in 2010. And in 2014, it ranged to 11,135. The researchers believe that the subjects are already aware on what is happening around and sensitive already regarding on their experiences. This study aimed to describe the experiences of grade 11 students of Tacunan National High School from broken families, including their behavior and coping mechanisms. The researchers employed qualitative research design and phenomenological approach, which endeavors to gather information to the lived experiences of grade 11 students of Tacunan National High School with separated parents. This approach can help researchers to access the thoughts and feelings of research participants, which enable in the development of understanding the meaning that people are experiencing according from in 2015. A non-probability purposive sampling was used, which the researchers relied on his or her own judgment and set criteria when choosing members of population to participate in the study. According to Criswell and Kleinopar 2011, it involves identifying and selecting individual or group of individuals that are especially knowledgeable about or experience with phenomenon of interest. This study was participated by selected 11 students, which, according to Crouch and McKenzie 2006, noted that using fewer than 20 participants during a qualitative study leads to more natural conversations and better data. The data was gathered through an in-depth interview after the participants signed a consent letter to participate in the study. Ethics of research was highly regarded in dealing with the subjects. Our researchers made the interview guide questionnaire with an open-ended questions validated by the experts. Researchers take note and record participants' responses, transcribe and analyze using thematic analysis. What are the lived experiences of grade 11 students having parental separation? Themes reveal that the most of the participants experienced self-isolation, emotional distress, disappointment, and felt neglected in their academic pursuit. In support of this, Amato P. 1990 and Habercroft J. Single Russian W. 2005, they stated that psychological distress is one frequently investigated adult outcome. Children who experience parental separations are more likely to report symptoms of depression and anxiety in adulthood. What are the effects of the behaviors of students having parental separation? These struggles affected their behavior, which resulted to low self-esteem, insecurity, less focus in class, and reluctant demeanor, especially to their parents. However, some of them used these psychological distresses as strong drive to persevere. In support of this, Lazarus 2006 suggests that certain emotions serve as barometers of how well or how poorly one is advancing towards goal. And disappointment is different from anger and occurs when your progress toward the goal is below expectation, according to Lazarus 1990. How do students manage and conquer the problem having parental separation? Coping mechanisms include acceptance, spending time with friends, engaging productive activities, and building trust in God. This implies that parental separation impacts students' overall well-being and negative and positive. In support of this, Sasson 2014 stated that a person with a positive thinking mentality anticipates happiness, health, and success and believes that he or she can overcome any obstacle and difficulty he she will encounter. Children or learners suffered negative experiences from parental separation. Parental separation influence children or learners' behavior. Children or learners from broken families are capable to adopt coping strategies. Despite of vulnerability, it is possible to combat psychological distress depending on one's personality, outlook in life, peer support, or other family members. Programs offered by the institutions like the school and church. The implication of this study could lead into better understanding of learners' situation and strengthening different institutional programs that would cater their needs and develop their potentials.
Thank you for that powerful performance from Miss Kate Gallardo of Tacunan National High School. Ayan. So we have Ma'am Kate with us here in our platform. Ayan. So ano po? Nandiyan na po ba si Miss Kate? Ayan. So we have Miss Kate Gallardo live there in Tacunan from Tacunan National High School. Okay. So it's nice to see you, Kate. So this time we will be accommodating some questions from our research panelists. So this time we will start with Ma'am Ameline Labasani. Ma'am,
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. And good afternoon, Kate. Okay. So, Kate, congratulations for having presented your study. Okay, so that is the okay, sorry. Broken families. So this is all about broken families, correct? Live
Yes, ma'am.
experiences from parental separation of grade 11 students in Tacuna National High School. So, um, may I ask, why did you choose such study? Are you with a group or you just conducted it alone?
Meron
Is
po
it a
akong
group
kasama,
work?
ma'am.
Mm-mm. May I ask why did you choose such study? Why is it your choice or interests?
Ma'am,
May I
medyo
ask why
mahina
did
po
you
si...
choose? Mm-mm. Okay, okay. Hello. So can you hear me now? I understand. I understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, can you hear me? Tell me if you can hear me.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Kate, may I ask why did you choose such study? Who among your group members suggested such,
Ma'am,
or is
I
it your
chose this
personal?
study, ma'am, um because I want to know the experiences of the grade 11 students in Takuna National High School, because I realized that there are a lot of students who um, lose their parents. There are a lot of students who are trying to figure out their family might be if their parents are still together. Because I know if you grow up and to be loved, that's something you will always want, because it's something you didn't have growing up. You have a big heart for people and constantly wish you could receive the same love in return.
Okay. So, thank you so much, Kate, for that answer. Okay. So, when did you conduct such study?
Um,
When?
ano ma'am? Year
Hmm.
2019, month of November, ma'am.
2019.
19.
Okay. So that was before pandemic, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So that was before pandemic. So anyway, this study is timely also, no? Relevant at this time. So especially if you have OFW
Yes,
parents who
ma'am.
are abroad and find it hard to come home, no? Especially during this pandemic. So and you are just at home. Sometimes you feel alone and you feel sad. So I still appreciate, no? I appreciate these kinds of studies so that this would give us idea or yeah, a little information about what is happening to students with broken families. But I think in your paper, when I saw your paper, so one thing that I would just like to suggest is on the presentation of results. Okay, so on the presentation of results, I think we just have to enhance it, like maybe um, there were many words there of the participants which were really included in the table, but I think you don't need to really include it all, no? You can just discuss you can just summarize it and then have a discussion of the supporting details. Just get some information coming from participants to support the theme that you have chosen. So I think you don't need to present the entire uh what's this a result, no, of your study, so that it would not make it the discussion would not make so long. It would not be really that long. And better if you have to enhance the table, no, to picture speaks more than 1,000 words. So better presentation of result would also make your reader understand simpler and easier the result of your study. So thank you, Kate. Congratulations for that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Right, so thank you so much,
Thank
Ma'am
you.
Ameline, for those helpful suggestions. So are there any other words from our other panelists?
Yes, sir.
Actually,
Can I ask a
I,
question?
sure. Go ahead. Go ahead, Dr. Zaldi. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, sir Rex. Congratulations, Miss Kate, for this is a very sensitive topic. I guess how you find it very hard to look for participants or students who fit for this category. because as you perform or conduct this study, I'm sure there will be open wounds or emotional imbalances, diba? So I applaud you and your team. And um, so based on the results of your study, what do you think personally? Programs or interventions or projects that you can help these students who belong to a broken family personally?
For me, sir.
Can I repeat my question to you? Kasi di ba you mentioned na
For,
these broken students, family members, they feel they want to be loved, they want to be cared, di ba? So as you mentioned earlier. So sa tingin mo kaya, ano kaya yung pwede mong maitulong upon learning all these struggles na meron sila? Gawin mong
um,
program or intervention, ano kaya yung pwede mong you can help? Na school-based siya. What what do you think? Sa tingin mo
sir,
lang.
like mga seminars, sir, or other activities that could that could boost their self-esteem. That's all, sir. Such as activities and seminars, sir.
Okay, thank you, Miss Kate, and congratulations.
Yeah, I'd
Thank
like
you,
to say
sir.
something, Kim.
Yes, Sir Rex, please go
Yeah,
ahead.
thank you. Yeah, we have the same line of inquiry with Dr. Zalde. Yeah, it's my first impression that this study is very sensitive. Actually, it's not a question, but rather more of just a recommendation and a comment of the study because conducting study like this for me, as what Dr. Zaldi said, is very sensitive. And you know what? I can relate to this because I've never, no, ever since I have never seen my father since like that. So the concept of separation is still there, and I can relate to this. And if you were to ask me the same questions, Miss Kate, I really feel emotional. And looking at that scenario that people get emotional, actually, my question would have been, what were the disengaging activities you did for your participants? Because as what Dr. Sally said, there would be wounds that will be opened, and it's not easy. Imagine your questions are about. May I just see your questions in particular? What are your reactions during the separation of your parents? That's very disheartening. And what are the reasons why your parents are separated? That's also very painful. You know what? That's why, yeah, it's a really commendable job, but you have to be very careful on it because even if you said that your participants give their consent, still you are responsible to them. Always remember that. Even if your participants gave consent, no matter what happened, you are still answerable to them. So this is a word of caution to everybody. We're in the basic education, we're in the basic education, and conducting sensitive study is really an issue because the work of ethics here gets in the way. And we don't have ethics committee yet. Not unless in your school you have your like maybe a like interim ethics committee who will look into the ethical considerations for conducting research. But to me, yeah, this is really a big leap on your part to conduct this study. And I would just like to tell everyone, please let's be cautious, especially to teachers, because we do not know what will probably happen to our participants asking them this kind of question. Because as what Dr. Zaldi said, if wounds are open, my God, it takes professional skill. Okay, to mend it up. Okay, it takes professional skill to mend it up. So that would be all, Kate. Congratulations to your study, and again, I commend you for doing this. Congratulations, congratulations.
Thank you so much po.
So once again, thank you to our research panelists for those reminders, and of course, thank you to Ms. Kate Galerdo of Tacuna National High School for tackling or for having this brave topic, a research topic. At this point, we will be proceeding to our entry number 8. This time we have Jindal A. Opalia of Los Amigos National High School.
To the panel of examiners, school administrators, teachers, students, visitors, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I am here to present to you our research entitled Unveiling the Voice of the Working Students in this Time of Pandemic. By the way, my name is Jinda Leopalia of Los Amigos National High School. In these trying times, several students working while studying. This problem can be seen worldwide. In Malta, according to Nancy 2017, working students have difficulties in scheduling their routine. This can also observe in the Philippines, wherein working students juggle their work and studies, as to Baclid 2020. This is also evident in Davao City, wherein working students must to support themselves because of financial crisis. It is confirmed by Baluran and Hernan 2020. These studies sought to answer the following research questions. First, what are the students' reasons in engaging to work in this time of pandemic? Second, what are the lived experiences of the working students in this time of pandemic? Third, how do they cope with their difficulties in their work and school life? For methodology, this study utilized qualitative research, specifically phenomenological approach. The participants were the grade 12 students who were chosen purposively, 5 for the in-depth interview and 7 for focus group discussion. Results and discussions. To answer RQ1 in the shared reasons, the following themes were reached based on the IDI and FGD, such as overcome boredom, earn money, and gain experience. The first theme would be overcome boredom. In this modular learning, majority of the participants found it boring. That's why they worked to overcome boredom at home. Macklin 2018 has the same view with the students who found out that boredom is a negative academic emotion that can cause students in multiple ways, such as low academic achievement. Another reason is earn money. This is in consonance with the claim of NOCOM 2018, who found out that financial pressure is the main reason why students take part-time and full-time jobs. Another evident reason of working students is the economic problem that can be felt in this time of pandemic. That is why they wanted to have a work to support themselves. The last reason is to gain experience. According to Caldwell and Cheng 2020, work experience is an advantage for future employment. To answer RQ2 on the lived experiences, the following themes were derived from the learner's responses, such as conflict of time, work overload, and procrastination. One of the lived experiences is the conflict of time. Most of the participants experienced difficulties in managing their two responsibilities. They were confused what to prioritize first. This is in relation with the claim of Nancy 2017, who found out that working students tend to commit their time to work than to their studies. The second theme is work overload. Working students were exhausted with the tasks bombarded both in school and in work. This is in consonance with the claim of Nancy 2017. Working while studying are excruciating. Another evident experience the participants shared is procrastination, or intentional delay of finishing a task, as to Santelli 2018. Most of the participants identified themselves as procrastinators, in which considered harmless trait, yet has a significant impact on their academic performance. To answer RQT on the coping strategies, the following themes were derived. First is time management, second is work-study commitment, and the third is positive outlook in life. First theme is time management. One of the coping strategies that participants revealed is to have a time management and balancing their time, which has the same view of Adams and Blair 2019, that good time management allows students to balance their time. Another coping strategy is work and study commitment. Aish and Tanjung 2019 confirmed that responsible students commit to balance their work and school lives. It is another strategy that the participants involve themselves to commit both their responsibilities. The last coping strategy is positive outlook in life. Working students commit themselves and be optimistic in life. Thus, for Santana et al. 2021, working students who think positively can handle work, school life, and stress well. For the concluding remarks, based on the findings of the study, it is explicitly shown that working students have difficulties in balancing their work and school lives. However, their eagerness and perseverance help them to perform twofold responsibilities at the same time help them to succeed in their lives. For the implications, it is implied in this study that school may take appropriate action that may design class programs to cater the working students that could help them perform their both responsibilities. This study may be replicated to assure more of the validity and reliability of the results. These are the references. That's all. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you for that presentation, Ms. Jindal A. Opalia of Los Amigos National High School. At this point, we will proceed to the questions coming from our research panelists. Ayan, so nandiyan na po ba? By the way, nandiyan na po ba si Ms. Jindal? Ayan, so hello Ms. Jindal,
Hi po.
welcome to our research summit. Ayan, it's good to have you here. So this time, we will be having a question from Dr.
Hi po. Good
Rex Lim.
afternoon.
Hi, I'm sorry. Hi, good afternoon.
Hi po.
Jendil, is this Jendil?
Yes, sir.
Jendil, right?
Jindal, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, how are
Yes,
you?
sir.
How are you?
I
Kumusta?
feel I'm okay, sir. I'm okay.
That's great. That's great. Now, your study is about unveiling the voice of the working students in the time of pandemic. This is very timely, and I like your study actually. However, this is not more of a question, but rather a yeah. Okay. I'll just ask. All right. Okay. How did you analyze your data transcripts?
Based on the participants, answered, we transcribe their answer through virtually, and we use IDI and FGD, so to determine the participants answered.
Okay, but how did you arrive at themes? Because you made mention here of themes. How did you arrive at themes?
Um, based on the IDI, um, based on the IDI and FGD, it revealed the following theme of each accuser.
Okay, okay. I understand. I was actually asking of the process. Yeah, I asked
We
you the
based on the
question.
IDI and FGD.
Yeah. I asked you the question because it's not very clear here in your methodology how you analyze your qualitative data because as you claim this is a phenomenological research and I apprehensive. I fear that although you claim this is a phenomenological research, but in essence this is not actually a phenomenological research. Imagine phenomenological research. You're extracting the essence of their lived experiences. And how did you do that? How did you extract the lived experiences of these individuals? You see, it's not as easy as what you first thought. That's why, yeah, this is a very good exposure to you doing qualitative research. But, my recommendation would be just to label this as descriptive qualitative research, not advocating to any of the particular traditions espoused by Creswell, phenomenology, case study, something like that, because they are grand traditions which specify certain methodologies, I mean, certain methods. Okay, for example, phenomenological research. There are many models now on how we're going to analyze data. In phenomenological study, like we have the Colysis method of data reduction, something like that. Because I cannot see here the rigor of your methodology when it comes to analysis of your data. That's actually my concern. But again, this is already a very good exposure on your end, and I congratulate you for that. But that's a good idea that you need to bear in mind that qualitative research is not as simply as conducting an interview and transcribing it, and then we do thematize it, and then you claim this is a phenomenology. But basically, this is good. Another comment, my dear Jindel, in terms of encoding your research questions, I have observed that you've asked about the lived experiences and you also asked about the coping mechanisms, I guess, and you claim that this is a phenomenological research. I guess this is just a reminder that when we encode our research questions, it must be appropriate to the research tradition. Okay, because they differ in the purpose basically, and they differ as well the way we encode our questions. Like, since this is a phenomenological research, then the second question of what are the lived experiences, this is perfect. And what could be the second question? Could be about looking at the insights of their lived experiences, not necessarily
Strategy.
on yeah, not necessarily on the coping mechanism, because mechanism is far off from the concept of phenomenological research, because you're just looking here for the lived experiences, extracting for the lived experiences. And what are the lived experiences? Could be positive, could be negative. And what insights can we derive from there? we're not looking at their challenges and looking for the coping mechanisms in order to survive their challenges. Is it? Did you get something, Jindal? Jindal? I guess there's an internet issue. Are you okay? Are you okay? Do you have questions to me? Maybe you'd like to clarify something before I end? Oh, anyway, you can reach me on Facebook. Thank you very much, Jindal, and and congratulations, congratulations.
Thank you for that, Sir Rex. So how about from our other panelists? So who would like to give some comments or raise some questions if there are?
Hi, Jendel. Can you hear me, Jendel? Can I be
Yes,
heard by
sir. Yes, sir.
Miss Jendel? Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you
Congratulations
very much.
for your
Yes,
study on
sir.
phenomenology, no,
I
and
get it. I
voicing
get it.
the and
Thank you
being
very
sorry,
much.
the voice of the working students. I have one
Just
question.
like that.
Number one question: Were these students
No, sir. You
also working
clarified it
students even
very well.
before? Were these students
Thank you
also
so
working
much, sir.
students even before the pandemic? Can you hear me?
Hi, sir. Hi, sir.
Ah,
Yes, sir.
these students by
Thank you
Parts
po.
Study Mo were also working students even
Yes, sir.
before the
Yes, sir.
pandemic. Okay, so
Thank you,
siguro
sir.
I would suggest that you also include the conflict of time,
And
as
thank
you mentioned earlier, the workload and procrastination even before the pandemic. And now, how was it difficult? How was it even more difficult that it is already
No,
pandemic?
sir. So they are working. Hello, hello.
So I am suggesting that one. I am
Um,
suggesting that
yes, sir.
there
Yes,
would
sir.
be parang a survey questionnaire of their live experiences before and the after the pandemic or during the pandemic, I would say.
Um, some of
But
them, sir.
nevertheless, okay, okay, okay.
Thank you
Thank you.
for those
Congratulations.
suggestions from Sir Saudi. So how about Ma'am Ameline? Do you have some comments or
Yes,
questions to
sir.
us?
Hello,
Thank
Glendale. So, Glendale, are you still there?
Shopee.
Can you still Shopee daw. Can you still hear us? Can you still hear us, Glendale? Mm.
Yes, sir.
So, uh, yes, yes. Can you hear us? Okay. So I think I could just suggest on this is about the voice of the working students, no? So in time of pandemic. So I just would like to suggest to real yeah. So
Yes, ma'am.
to
Yes,
state,
ma'am. I'm
no,
here.
because it was not mentioned in your presentation and in your paper on how they carry out their schedule as working students, no? So like let's say how did you choose them as your participants? Are they like working because they're working students, right? So are they working like how many hours in a day? I think you mentioned there that they are working 7 days a week, no? 7 days a week. But in that 7 days, how many hours do they spend in a day? No, so because your study is all about the voice of the working student, so maybe the answers of those working really full time, like let's say 8 hours or more, and working
Can I
like part
answer that,
time
ma'am?
only like okay,
Ah,
okay,
yes, ma'am. Yes,
yes,
ma'am.
4 to 5 hours may be different. Hmm. Sige. Yes, Glendale. Yeah, you may. Parang lag ang ano niya.
Yes,
Yeah,
ma'am.
do you want to speak up? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Like what you've said, ma'am. The participants of our study is chosen purposively, and
Okay. Anyway, that would be like a
sila
suggestion,
po.
no? So just
Ay,
state there, or maybe uh, just discuss, no? How did you choose your participants? How many hours were they working in a week, like that? Because you mentioned about 7 days working. No, they were working for 7 days. So it's it's hard really, no, to be students working for 7 hours, no, like let's say especially if they are working like 8 hours or more in a day. So please just state it in your paper. So thank you. That's all, sir.
Idagdag ko lang, siguro what Ma'am Amelie is trying to say is that um, siguro yung inclusion criteria, no, yung gusto niyang ano ni Ma'am, na there should be an inclusion criteria for selecting the participants. And I might also add na yung sabi ni Sir kanina about deriving the themes. So meron tayong pwedeng gamiting software. Example is the Atlas TI. So we can use that to derive the themes.
Right, so thank you for all of those suggestions. So I think it will really be helpful to better improve the papers of our learners. So once again, thank you to our research analysts, and of course, thank you to Ms. Jindal Ipalia of Los Amigos National High School. And at this point, we will be proceeding to our last, but certainly not the least entry for the students category. Representing Jasper Eliaga, we have one of his teammates, Alan John C. Pesacion of Optasiano Hilay National High School.
A pleasant day to each and everyone. My name is Jasper Eliaga, a grade 12 GAS student who currently studying at Optasiano Hilay National High School. At this moment, I would like to present our research study that talks about the student entrepreneurs. So may I start my presentation? So once again, our research study talks about the student online entrepreneurs, which entitled PMS The Key, the stories of senior high school student online entrepreneurs. So, introduction. Most countries around the world dramatically limited social life. These limitations range from bans on new celebrations and events, and the closure of schools and universities to a temporary shutdown of the economy. In countries that imposed a shutdown, most retail stores and services had to close. Due to the shutdown of the stationary retail stores, online shopping has become the only means for consumers to satisfy their consumption needs. Online shopping has unclasped the doors of globalization as it allows to consumers to buy products from anywhere around the globe. From Amazon and Alibaba to Lazada, Shopee, and even Facebook, e-commerce has exploded. E-commerce has been viewed as a great equalizer, offering boundless opportunities and possibilities in transactions related to purchase, delivery, and marketing of goods and services. Because of the availability of numerous and affordable products, popularity of consumers increased. Approximately 1.66 billion of consumers have their purchases online back in 2016. Reportedly, 39% of the retail sales in the US and over 35% in China were attributed to e-commerce. According to CEO of Zalora, Campos found that about 91% of Filipino internet users search and purchase goods online during the quarantine period, and 22% of these consumers ages 18 to 24 years old. For this school year, this distance learning was implemented and many of students were glued online. Several news stories were released on how young Filipino took advantage of the pandemic to be more productive, not only in school but also in business. Having met some of these young entrepreneurs in Barangay Manambulan, the researchers would like to examine the senior high school students' experiences as online entrepreneurs, including how they got started, typical business operations, and the impact of online selling to their daily lives. A picture of their experiences may influence more students to pursue online entrepreneurs despite their limitations. So here are the statements of the problem. Firstly, what is the background profile of these students online entrepreneurs? Secondly, what are the experiences on having an online business amidst pandemic? And lastly, what is the impact of doing online business in terms of their academic and financial status and social relationship of the respondents? To sum it up, this study mainly focused on the reasons why they used to establish online business, on experiences they had encountered handling their businesses, and also the various effects of doing an online business. So here are the following objectives. Our current aspiration to conduct this study was to determine and tell the story of students who do online business, especially this time of pandemic. Through the study, we will be able to know the experiences and how online selling or business helps these particular students. Moreover, we wanted to give and offer the result of this endeavor to the following persons. First, for the future researchers. When the researchers publish the study, they will already have their references that can help them further strengthen their study. Secondly, for the parents of the students, the researchers wanted to inform on the interests of their children about doing online business so that they can guide them and start doing it. And lastly, for the students who wanted to start doing online business, the researchers wanted to give them more knowledge on how to start and circumstances that they might encounter in the near future. Now, so let's move on in the chapter 3, which is the methodology. Research design. This research study aimed to collect in-depth and detailed experiences from senior high school student online entrepreneurs using phenomenological research design. In Creswell 2013, phenomenology is a qualitative research design which seeks to describe the essence of common experiences of a group of people. It may not give a generalizable result, but it can present a composite description of a phenomenon. SimSec 2018. To gather the necessary data, key informant interview was conducted through an online messaging platform. What are the respondents of this study? This study utilized purposive sampling technique to identify student online entrepreneurs ages 18 to 22 years old who resides in Barangay Manabulan and nearby barangays. These entrepreneurs were also currently enrolled in a senior high school institution and should be at least 4 months in their business. According to Alchimere 2018, purposive sampling, also known as judgmental, selective, or subjective sampling, is a form of non-probability sampling in which researchers rely on their own judgment when choosing members of the population to participate in their study. Only 6 respondents were identified with the limitations on movement and time provided for data gathering. Data analysis tool. The result of data gathering was interpreted using Colizai method. According to Morrow et al. 2015, it is a method suited for descriptive phenomenology wherein significant statements are taken from interview results and themes are then generated. The meaning of these statements are compared to existing literature. For this process, the researchers work with their advisor for a more thorough analysis. Ethical treatment. The researchers secured informed consents from respondents and their parents through a messaging format. It indicated that they are willing to participate in the study and that they are free to withdraw if desired so. Moreover, the confidentiality of the identities of the respondents were highly considered in the conduct of the study. Results and discussion. Background of the senior high school student online entrepreneurs. Based from the data we gathered, it revealed that most of the respondents were reselling fashion garments, bags, makeup, perfume, and soap, except for one who was actually a mediator between land property owners and buyers. The initial investment for most was only 500 to 5,000 pesos to purchase goods in bulk. However, 2 respondents explained that they did not spend any amount for the following reasons. Firstly, they only resells item of another person, and secondly, travel allowance was given whenever a client would visit an area. Monthly revenues for resellers are estimated to range from 500 to 2,000 pesos per month, and about 20,000 pesos from a student who resells real estate. Their earnings are used for their family needs like food and bill, and for them to buy their personal needs like clothes. Most of the respondents have 4 to 6 members in the family, and only one parent has a job, earning 8,000 pesos to 10,000 pesos a month. Although one respondent mentioned that both of his parents have died, while the other has 11 members in his family. The respondents mentioned that reselling is a means of providing financial assistance to their family and to have financial independence. So here are some of the statements of the respondents. Para makatabang sa pamilya o para di magsalig sa ginikanan. To help my family and not rely on them. para mapalit nako ang mga ginagmay nga needs og aron makatabang sad ko ginagmay diri sa balay. To have my personal needs and to help in simple needs in the household. Experiences in business operations. The analysis data revealed typical business operations are marketing, network development, and problem solving. In this time of pandemic, the result is similar to how brands and companies focus more on keeping their presence and communication with their consumers. Ni Greg Rio, 2020. So here are the descriptors of the theme marketing. I do sales stock, advertising it through social media using attractive words and colors on the graphic form. Sa pag-post-post lang sa mga item o nag-on-hand og mga item. In networking, joining small groups for my marketing strategy to gain more buyers, communicate many people wherein I can learn something. My clients became my friends and other from that. In doing this kind of business, you will learn how to appreciate the value of being a good worker. In problem solving, in doing business, it is not new to encounter clients who don't have respect in your business. As what I've said, kana rush orders tapos mga reserves nila na di dayonon, tapos stress at the same time. And lastly, the impact of online business to students' lives. Online interview revealed that having online business had improved the students' first financial situations, interpersonal and communication skills, ICT skills, and most importantly, self-efficacy, which included self-discipline and confidence. With their marketing experiences, young entrepreneurs have developed their skills in communicating with other people, creating, inviting posts to sell their products. Time management was also improved by scheduling appointments and school works. So here are the descriptor of the theme. It is no longer difficult to find money to pay all the bills. One of my strategies is advertising it through social media using attractive words and colors on graphic form. Makatabang siya kung wala jud akong parent, mahatag nako og mapalit nako akong gusto. And now, let's move on to the last chapter of the paper, which is the conclusion and recommendation. Based on the findings of the study, the following conclusions are drawn. Number 1. The study revealed that student entrepreneurs are motivated intrinsically and externally. Even with limitations on initial capital, students are capable of starting their own business. Number 2, students are able to manage the typical business operations with their 21st century skills related in social media postings and creating connections with different people through online. And lastly, the impact of being online entrepreneurs to the students move beyond improving their financial situations to support their family and personal needs. Interpersonal skills are also developed when they were dealing with their customers. ICT skills through marketing are further honed. Most importantly, self-efficacy was developed since the confidence of these student entrepreneurs improved because of their capacity to support themselves. And last but not the least, the recommendation. The school administrators and teachers may consider further improving the entrepreneurship skills of their students through class and school activities. And number 2, students should explore further business opportunities and their interest to maximize their potential and productivity. And lastly, the future researchers may have more respondents to gather more information to deepen the study. And that would be all of my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you. That has been Mr. Jasper Eliaga of Optician Vilay National High School for their research presentation. All right, so we have with us one of his teammates to represent him or to represent the team for the question and answer portion. So we have with us Mr. Alan John Pesacion. So hello, welcome to the Research Summit.
Hello po, sir.
So hello. So this time we'll be accommodating some of the questions from our panelists. So let us begin with Sir Zaldi Alima. Sir?
Hi, Alan. Congratulations
Hello
on your
po, sir.
research
Thank you po,
on
sir.
different stories of senior high school students, online entrepreneurs. So I was looking at your paper, and then I don't know if the online sellers of the students experience scam buyers or illegitimate item orders. Kasi I haven't seen those experiences. Pero it happened, di ba? Nangyayari siya.
Yes po, sir. Some of our respondents, sir, told us that there are some buyers that didn't push through their orders po, sir, in that exact date na date po, sir.
Okay, so that's nice. And also, I just would like to suggest in your research objectives that you have to follow the SMART objectives. So specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So if you're going to review your presentation, I think there's room for improvement the way you craft your objectives. But nonetheless,
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank you so much for that, Dr. Saldi. How about from our ano po? Meron po ba kayong ibang questions? So, we have Sir Rex. Please go ahead.
Ma'am Ami, would you like to go first?
Okay, no problem. Okay, sige. So, thank you. And Alan, so you are
Hello po,
with,
ma'am.
hello. So, you are part of the group, right?
Yes po, ma'am.
You're
Yes
one
po,
of the
ma'am.
researchers. Okay. So, what strand did you enroll? ABM?
Quant
Why is it this one had been chosen as your interest? Are you enrolled in
um
ABM?
no po, ma'am. Actually, ma'am, general academic strand po, ma'am, our
Mm.
strand po, ma'am.
Okay. So, but anyway, in the group, who among you is an online seller?
Um,
None.
among group po, ma'am, none po, ma'am.
Okay. So I don't know what happened. Why did you have this kind of But anyway, this is still what's this common, no, nowadays, that many students are actually engaged into online entrepreneurship or online selling because of this social media, no, very easy access. Okay,
Yes.
so I just would like to to have suggestions in the paper because in the presentation of the research question, supposedly, because this is qualitative, I feel that there is something to be improved or enhanced there because it sounds like quantitative. Like you number the last what's this question there was, what is the impact in terms of, so as if you limit there are some indicators, no, or dimensions that had been limited, which is not supposed to be in qualitative research. So I think that's one thing. And another is the again, I also had emphasized this a while ago, the word respondents and participants had been used, no. So but most likely you used really the word respondents, and your research is actually a qualitative study, so please use participants. Okay, then another one
Okay po,
is
ma'am.
yeah, so thank you. Another one is on the sampling procedure, no? Because this is stories of online entrepreneurs, online sellers. So I am very much interested on how did you choose entrepreneurs, no? As what had Dr. Zaldi while ago mentioned, the inclusion criteria, like 4 months. What is your basis of choosing that 4 months? Why only 4 months? No, 4 months, at least 4 months. So let's say one of the participants there is just on online selling for 4 months. So do you think the data that he will give you is enough? What is your basis for that, no? So if there is such basis, no problem. But if there is none, you look for some such basis that the data would become reliable, like let's say online seller for a year. So because you're talking about stories
Ah,
of the experiences, and the number of participants are actually very limited, it's just like 6, so you can actually widen the inclusion criteria of the participants. And it is it done in how many hours a day, because these are online sellers but students, but still they are studying. So that's one thing that we have to consider. Another one is on themes, the discussion of your themes. You focus more on the support to the family and financial in what's that independence, no, of
okay po.
students. But was the theme seems to be the central themes of the study. However, the support in the explanation, I found it not so sufficient enough to really convince the readers or the audience that these are really stories of the senior high school student online entrepreneurs. Okay, so I think those are
Ah,
the things that I found it need. And one thing pala, no references included in your paper. So please make sure this
ah,
is research, no? Do not always forget the reference section. I didn't
yes
see
po,
the
ma'am.
reference section in your paper. So congratulations, Alan, and the rest of the team. Thank you.
Thank you po, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ma'am Ami. So this time, let's have Sir Rex.
Yeah, very quickly. Hi, Alan.
Hello po, sir.
All right. Yeah, I agree with Dr. Labasano and Dr. Zali. This is like an additional. Yeah, it's true. Since in your statement of the problem, you have there what's the profile. It's okay to include the profiling if you're doing comparative studies, but then this is a pure qualitative research. Although in qualitative research, you can still do comparative as to their lived experiences, but it cannot be seen in your study. So therefore, the question of profile may not be necessary. Number two, what are the experiences? I like the term experiences, no longer the lived, because when we say lived experience, it's automatic that captures phenomenology. And to me, phenomenology is a big deal. And we need to have really a rigorous methods process when we do phenomenological study. And number three, what is the impact of doing, as what Dr. Amil Labasano said, that impact is measurable. This is a highly quantitative term. You may ask the question, how do the experiences of the students shape the blah blah blah, shape the perspectives of, so you can ask like that anyway for future for future reference when you go to college. And another thing, again, I'd like to emphasize on the use of the traditions, whether it's phenomenology, whether it's case study, because maybe because that's what's being taught to us, that we have to maybe adhere to certain tradition. Because if you're going to adhere to certain tradition, we have to be committed how the tradition should be accomplished. That's why I'm always worried about it, how you accomplish the tradition, if it's a phenomenology, if it's a case study, because Creswell labeled that as a tradition, meaning to say they're not similar. That if we do phenomenology, that should be a phenomenological study. We do case study, that should be a case study. And so therefore, we better label our study as descriptive qualitative research, not necessarily adhering to a particular tradition, which we are always put in question. Why phenomenology? How did you arrive at themes and so on and so forth? You see that?
Ah,
I hope you
yes,
get
sir.
something. But yeah, in the overall frame up of your study, congratulations, Alan. This is a very good endeavor. I'm looking forward for your success in the future. Thank you.
Thank you po, sir.
Okay, so thank you for that, Sir Rex. And once again, that has been Alan Jan C. Casacion, and our presenter, we have Jasper Eliaga of Opticiano Hilay National High School. So that has been the last uh, entry for the students category in our research papers. Okay, so before we end, siguro we would like to hear some words from our ano po, um, from our research panelists, siguro a word para sa mga teachers at sa mga student researchers, and of course sa mga viewers na nanonood sa atin ngayon. Sige, so let's have Sir Ma'am Ami, sige po. Any final words po for our
Okay.
participants and to
So
everyone?
thank you, sir, ha. But this is really surprise, ha. Okay. But anyway, so thank you so much for having me here in this cluster research summit. I am very much grateful that I had been invited into this summit today, and I was able to again see and witness how the students presented. So and how they were able to come up with their research paper, and I highly commend the students and also with their advisors that despite of this pandemic they were able to come up with such very good research papers. And this has been my passion also when I engage into teaching research, to really witness events like this. And I'm happy also with how our young learners, our young students come up uh, into their scientific studies like this. And we know we can actually take a glance or a glimpse of how our future students would look like, no? So this is very scientific, and this is very academic, but they were able to accept the challenge by just presenting into StreamYard like this, no? So this is not very easy. Even myself, sometimes I am not still get used into this kind of practice. But for teachers we have to, but for students I really appreciate, no, on how they engage themselves into online platforms like this. So it means the preparation is not only about finishing their paper, no, and then uh, discussing it with their advisor and with their group members. It does not end there, but it actually progresses into like this, no, into presentation. So I am very much grateful again, and I hope so that you have learned something from us also on the part of the students, no, on how they are going to conduct their future researches. Although I know for sure that this is just for a start, and in higher education, when they go to college, they will encounter more research endeavors, and this is a good start for them actually. So once again, congratulations, and also for the entire Cluster 6 family. Thank you so much. And also with my very brilliant, no, co-panelists this afternoon, Sir Saldi, Dr. Saldi, and Dr. Rex Lim, and also with our moderator. I'm very much grateful that we come up with this such smooth and harmonious event for students' presentation this afternoon. So once again, thank you very much, and God
And
bless us all.
thank you so much, Mom Ameline. So how about from Sir Zaldi? So any words for to our teachers, participants, and of course to all our viewers who are watching us live today.
Okay, thank you very much, Sir Kem, and for inviting me to be part of this activity. And of course, I have two terminologies that I'm going to share, or should I say, acronyms. So first, FINER. So when you're going to craft your research, make it sure that it follows the FINER. So what is FINER? So FINER stands for feasible. So is your research feasible? Can it be doable in a short span of time? Can it be done in 6 months or in 1 year? And then, is it interesting? That's the I. Is your research interesting? Will it draw a lot of readers? People will ask a lot about your methodology, your results. So, interesting is one thing that you need to consider in your research. And next is the novel. Is it new? Is it something new? Or you've been doing a research that is already done in the past? So that's feasible, interesting, novel, and the last two words we have ethical. So of course you have to consider permit. Like earlier, there was a presenter about um, broken family. Of course, it's a very sensitive topic, so it requires consent, and of course, you have to undergo a lot of procedure or processes to be able to secure a clearance from the ethics committee. And of course, the last is the relevance. So, is it relevant to our time? So, like in our, uh, you know, disrupted education. So, of course, is it relevant now to our situation during the pandemic? So, FINER is the acronym that will really help refine your research topic. And I have one last acronym. It's called PICOM approach. PICOM, PICOM. So the first letter, P, population. You have to consider your subject, your population. As mentioned earlier, the inclusion criteria is very important. And the next word is the intervention. So if you are dealing with STEM studies, of course, there are intervention solutions that you're going to introduce. Unlike in the quali, you don't need to provide solutions or interventions. And then you have the comparator, the letter C, comparator. So of course you have to consider the negative control and the positive control. in order to have a comparison of your results of your study, and then you have the outcome, as I mentioned earlier, the result. And of course, the methodology. You have to consider the research protocol you have to follow. Is it a standard? Is it modified from a certain organization or university? So those are the two acronyms, the FINER and the PCOM. So I hope you learned a lot today, and thank you for inviting me. And congratulations to all our presenters today.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, Dr. Sally. So those are no names to remember. And of course, syempre, let us have Sir Rex Dim. So, Sir Rex,
Hi. The other two panelists have already made their statements, and they were very insightful and really learning. I've learned a lot from them. I would just like to commend the organizer of this event. This is really a breakthrough, in the Department of Education to foster research, to foster research collaboration among the teachers, okay, and also with their students. This is already a big leap for the Department of Education to advocate that, because as we know, we are in the basic education department, and sometimes it's not part of our, although it's part of the KRA for the for the master teachers, but sometimes we neglect the fact that we need research in order to improve the teaching and learning process. For the students, I would like to commend your great performance. You did a very good job. I'm telling you, research is not an easy task. I should say, because reviewing related literature is already an act of research in itself. It's already difficult. By just that alone, sometimes we end up to that like ayoko na, RRL pa lang ayoko na, para something like that, because it's not easy, and you've made it this far, and I'd like to say congratulations. It's just that I have some words of caution. Number one, you have to make sure this is good for teachers and for students, that there must be technical soundness. The technical soundness of the paper should be coupled with the ethical soundness of the paper, because we cannot just have a very grand paper, a very good paper, really, yeah, and yet the ethical considerations are taken for granted or maybe overlooked, because regardless of how grand the purpose is of our study, for as long as it is unethical, it has no contribution to the society. The social value is really negative there if it is unethical, and that's what we have to secure in the first place, because we do research because we want to contribute to the body of knowledge. We want to be part of the solution, but you have to bear in mind that in contributing, we should not have, made other people's behind, or made other people, in pain, or left people in pain, something like that. So there must be a very good like the technical soundness must be interwoven intricately and carefully with ethical soundness. And for everybody, maybe for the teachers, it's good to, this is already again a very good fit for everyone, but let as I am also a teacher in basic education, I'm also teaching research, and I would just like to share that in doing research in basic education, you have to have a close supervision. You have to be in close supervision with them. That's the most important thing that you can afford to do with your students, especially in the data gathering and in the data analysis. Especially we're claiming that this is a phenomenological study, that this is a narrative study, because they are traditions according to Creswell, and it has its own specific methods, okay, for you to arrive at the findings. We have to closely work with them, or else research outputs of our students are product of witchcrafts and not product of intellects, of scientific process. I guess that would be all. Congratulations to everyone, and let's all celebrate. Let's all celebrate science, okay, and contribute to the building of science in basic education.
and so thank you, Sir Rex, for all of those meaningful words for all our teachers, to all our learners. So, by the way, we'd also like to congratulate all the research advisors and the students, of course, because just finishing your paper in this time of pandemic is already a great achievement. So, you are really, you should really be congratulated for that. So, maraming salamat po sa inyo. And of course, on behalf po of the technical working group and the organizers of this event, we would also like to commend our research panelists because you have provided us meaningful inputs, helpful inputs, and of course, grabe, kanang ang pinaka noteworthy doon is that you have delivered it in the most straightforward yet gentle and child-friendly manner. A true manifestation of the department's vision and mission. So maraming salamat po sa mga panelists who take part in this event. So to all our viewers, wag po natin kakalimutan or let us not forget to access our attendance link that is being shown on the screen. So you will be counted. And of course, bago tayo magtapos dito sa breakout session, siyempre, kailangan i-acknowledge natin ang ating mga participants by reading some shoutouts. So let us begin with John G. Remota, watching from Don Amancio Bendigo Senior Elementary School. Grabe, from North Santa Ana Cruz District Division of Davao del Sur. Grabe, interregional pala ang dating ng ating Cluster Research Summit. We also have from Sir Elmer Suarez. Good afternoon, watching from Tagakpan National High School. So Sir Elmer is the school head of Tagakpan National High School. We also have Belle Arnaiz Yap Dalman. Go Kate! So my fan, si Kate dito. Ayan. We also have, another message from Ma'am Belle. God is with you. Ayan. So maraming salamat sa mga viewers natin na nanood at sinamahan tayo throughout the course of this breakout session. So once again, please do not forget to access the attendance link that is being flashed on your screen so you may be counted. So another shout out here we have from Ma'am Rosalind Batingal. Congratulations everyone. So talaga, this is an event worth congratulating and worth celebrating. From Miss Melody Y, great job, young researchers from Los Amigos National High School with a smiley. Ayan, so those are our shoutouts. So maraming salamat din po, lalong-lalo na sa mga viewers na nanood ng ating Research Summit. So please stay tuned because after this, we will be proceeding to the most awaited event for the day, and that is the awarding ceremony. So just hold your horses, relax, because in a short while, we will be presenting the winners and of course, those who have made their contributions to make this event successful, our awarding ceremonies. So stay tuned and see you later. We will be right back.
pagsulong sa kinabukasan na katuon para sa di kalidad na edukasyon. Balik eskwela na naman, isa puso ang kahandaan, handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas. Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Muslim, Kristiyano't katutubo, isang hanggarin san patungo. Ipagpatuloy pag-aaral mo, tagumpay ay naghihintay sa'yo. Balik eskwela na naman, sa puso ang kahandaan, handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas. Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Isang alang-alang natin ang ating kaligtasan, sa bawat oras at panahon, magpakailanman. Hangat palagi ng ating paaralan ang matuto, gayon din maging ligtas ang kabataan. Tayo ay magkaisa, halina't sama-sama, kasali lahat, kasama lahat, para sa lahat. Pilipinas, maghanda ka na, balik eskwela na, tara. Tayong lahat, sabay-sabay, pagkakaisa ay may lakas. Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular. Di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ang iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo.
Laging handa. Laging handa. Baha, tagtuyot, sunog, lindol, bagyo, mga kalamidad na likas sa ating mundo. Napapahamak ang buhay at kabuhayan, kaya naman kailangan ng paghandaan.
Maging handa, maging alerto, tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo, gawin na po ang karapat dapat, na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo, gawin na po ang karapat dapat, na kilos na. Lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat nang maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na. Lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat nang maging laging handa.
Suriin mo mabuti ang iyong kapaligiran. Saan ka ba nakatira? Diyan ba ay bumabaha? Tuwing gamot pagkain, kumot pang sindi, first aid kit. Mga gamit panligtas ng buhay dapat mabitbit. At sakaling lumindol o sumabog ang bulkan, meron bang matagdaanan palayo sa kasawian? Panahon na ay malupit at ang hangin hagupit. Mabuti na lang na tayo ay laging nakahanda.
Tara na, kilos na. Lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat nang maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na. Lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat nang maging laging handa.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Education.
Sa pagsikat ng araw, may dalang bagong pananaw. Naririnig mo bang busina? Palapit na ang pagbabago. Sama na, halika na. Go Education. May bagong paraan, mas madaming paaralan. Si teacher mas suportado, estudyante mas natututo. Trabaho tagumpay ang pupuntahan. Wow! Go Education. Sakay na't makiisa, sabay na hindi kaya kung wala ka. Lumalakas na ang busina, palapit na ang pagbabago. Sama na, halika na. Go Education. May bagong paraan. Go Education. Paaralan. Go Education. Mas suportado. Go Education. Mas natututo. Go Education. Trabaho tagumpay ang pupuntahan. Wow! Go Education. Go Education. Go Education. Ilog ng mga ulap, hinihipan ng hangin. Uni ng mga ibon, naglalakbay sa himpapawid. Kay sarap mabuhay sa ilalim ng nag-iisang mundong makulay. Sayaw, sayaw, sumasayaw ang langit. Kay raming dahilan upang magdiwang. Tayo ay pinag-isa ng langit, lupa, kalikasan at kultura.
Maging handa, maging alerto. Tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Laging handa.
Kalamidad ay maaasahang darating.
Sa di inaasahang oras,
Kaya naman hindi na dapat hintayin. Unahan na habang di pa natataranta.
maging handa, maging alerto. Tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa.
Suriin mo mabuti ang iyong kapaligiran. Saan ka ba nakatira? Diyan ba ay bumabaha? Tuwing gamot pagkain, kumot pang sindi, first aid kit. Mga gamit panligtas ng buhay dapat mabitbit. At sakaling lumindol o sumabog ang bungka, meron bang madadaanan palayo sa kasawian? Panahon ay malupit at ang hangin hagupit. Mabuti na lang na tayo ay laging nakahanda.
Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Education.
Sa pagsikat ng araw, may dalang bagong pananaw. Naririnig mo bang busina? Palapit na ang pagbabago. Sama na, halika na. Go Education. May bagong paraan, mas madaming paaralan. Si teacher mas suportado, estudyante mas natuto. magsulong sa kinabukasan na katuon para sa di kalidad na edukasyon. Balik eskwela na naman, isa puso ang kahandaan, handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas. Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular, di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ng iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong mundo. Muslim, Kristiyano at katutubo, isang hanggarin saan patungo. Ipagpatuloy pag-aaral mo, tagumpay ay naghihintay sa'yo. Balik eskwela na naman, isa puso ang kahandaan, handang isip, handa bukas, sa pagkakaisa ay may lakas. Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular, di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ng iyong loob, sa bagong normal, sa bagong isang alang-alang natin ang ating kaligtasan, sa bawat oras at panahon, magpakailanman. Hangat palagi ng ating paaralan ang matuto, gayon din maging ligtas ang kabataan. Tayo ay magkaisa, halina't sama-sama, kasali lahat, kasama lahat, para sa lahat. Pilipinas, maghanda ka na, balik eskwela na, tara. Tayong lahat sabay-sabay, pagkakaisa ay may lakas. Ito na ang new normal, online learning at modular, di na kailangang mag-face to face, gamit ang cellphone at radio base. Yakapin na ang pagbabago, pahirapan, kaya natin to. Lakasan ng iyong loob, sa bagong Sa pagsikat ng araw, may dalang bagong pananaw. Naririnig mo bang busina? Palapit na ang pagbabago. Sama na, halika na. Go Education. May bagong paraan, mas madaming paaralan. Si teacher mas suportado, estudyante mas natututo. Trabaho tagumpay ang pupuntahan. Wow! Go Education. Sakay na't makiisa, sabay na hindi kaya kung wala ka. Lumalakas na ang busina, palapit na ang pagbabago. Sama na, halika na. Go Education. May bagong paraan. Go Education. Paaralan. Go Education. Mas suportado. Go Education. Mas natututo. Go Education. Trabaho tagumpay ang pupuntahan. Wow! Go Education. Go Education. Go Education.
Laging handa. Laging handa. Baha, tagtuyot, sunog, lindol, bagyo. Mga kalamidad na likas sa ating mundo. Napapahamak ang buhay at kabuhayan. Kaya naman kailangan ng paghandaan.
Maging handa, maging alerto. Tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Laging handa.
Kalamidad ay maaasahang darating.
Sa di inaasahang oras,
Kaya naman hindi na dapat hintayin. Unahan na habang di pa natataranta.
maging handa, maging alerto. Tungkulin to ng bawat mamamayan. Kaya tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa. Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging laging handa.
Suriin mo mabuti ang iyong kapaligiran. Saan ka ba nakatira? Diyan ba ay bumabaha? Tuwing gamot, pagkain, kumot, pang sindi, first aid kit. Mga gamit panligtas ng buhay dapat mabitbit. At sakaling lumindol o sumabog ang bangka, meron bang madadaanan palayo sa kasawian? Panahon na ay malupit at ang hangin hagupit. Mabuti na lang na tayo ay laging nakahanda.
Tara na, kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat dapat na maging kilos na, lika na, tumulong tayo. Gawin na po ang karapat-dapat nang maging laging handa.
This message was brought to you by the Department of Education with the support of World Vision Development Foundation.
All right. This has been a day full of information. So before we proceed to the awarding of winners, of certificates as well, we have with us today DepEd Davao City Division's Education Program Supervisor, Dr. Elsie E. Gagabe, and she's going to share her message. So let's all welcome Ma'am Elsie E. Gagabe. Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. How is everyone? It has
Yes,
been
ma'am.
it has been a um, quite heavy in terms of acquiring our essentials in knowledge, skills, and attitude in appreciating the process of research in the context of the teachers as practical research teachers and as a professional activity, and to our students who exhibits lot of skills and they're amazing. So I'd like to greet our schools division superintendent in the person of Dr. Reynaldo M. Galiena, to our ASDS for CID, Dr. Jinky Biferman, our ASDS for SGOD, Dr. Marilyn Diduyo. My courtesy and respect to the office of our executive officers. To the PSDS of Cluster 6, of course, Dr. Janito Galan, my good friend, and who advocates that the school or that the community owns the school. That's his tagline. And the school heads of Cluster 6, the head teachers, the master teachers, the teachers, especially the practical research teachers, the students and stakeholders, and other knowledgeable, significant people around our community. Mainitong pagbati kanatong tanan, init kayo, hagtik kaayo. The first virtual research summit that has been delivered by a Cluster 6 team is really commendable as it exhibits learners' outputs through pedagogical facilitation of our PR teachers. Teachers as well showed expertise in the learning area through sharing their paper and expected to contribute significantly to improve learning outcomes. I'd like to emphasize this message on the context of SBM Principle 2. It's all about curriculum and instruction, wherein it is highlighting that the curriculum management, delivery, and assessment of learning outcomes have to be meaningful to learners and community as well. Thus, our research outputs our advocacy, given the proficiency level and the GSA of our learners across learning areas and grade levels for the school year 2020-2021, teachers and students researchers, or even CI project will serve as a tool to address gaps of learners who performed less in this school year. Thus, it is giving us an idea that through the results of our action researches, we tend to or apt to develop localized and indigenized learning materials to scaffold and produce better learning outcomes in the next school year. In this manner, we advocate the participation of our stakeholders and knowledgeable others in the development and production of any learning materials that can enhance the practices of our school-based management in terms of the delivery of curriculum and instruction. Teachers can now, and the next school year, can review, analyze, and make interpretations on the performance of our learners, given the developed, localized, and indigenized learning materials, to provide leveled up enhancement approaches and other strategies that can make learning and teaching processes more meaningful. On the other hand, the school head shall lead in the adoption or adaption of M&E mechanism for continuous improvement out of these research results and recommendations perhaps, and thus it has to be accepted by the community. This will lead to sound synergy and ethics of sustainable development. Thus, this is really practically observed. Given the results of our researches that you have just shared, it will not be put into shelves as to just, well, it's done, I have presented, and then it's done, and what else to do by the next school year? This has to be utilized because we have shared this, but the challenge is how do we make practicality and essential to make these newer sensibilities of research results and recommendations or suggested by our proponents. This will be a good input to our SBM principle too, the curriculum and instruction. This will not be just an artifact, but a good evidence to make a sound contributory for better learning outcomes, which will be utilized in the next school years to come. Congratulations, Cluster 6, headed by the school heads. Your provision of technical assistance in the management and delivery of curriculum and accounting learners' performance made significant change as we continue implementing our school-based learning continuity plan, given that we think and we are anticipating that the non-face-to-face instruction will still be going on by the next school year. But we hope and pray that we can go back to the normal, wherein we can meet our students face-to-face and we can make our better learning environment more conducive, more meaningful, but more challenging to each one of us. With that, congratulations, everyone, especially to Sir Galan. Sir, we will continue our school-based management, practice advocacy, and evaluation by the next week. Good afternoon, everyone. Congratulations.
All right, thank you, Doc Elsie, for your informative insights on research. It's nice seeing you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
And how is our SLM's practical research? So ikaw pala si John Buford.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now I can see you. I do not know
Yes,
if
ma'am.
May Indrina is also a writer of our SLMs for practical research. Are you
No,
one of
ma'am.
us, ma'am? Okay.
No, ma'am.
But anyway, thank you very much, guys, and good job. You did a great job today. Bye.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you,
Bye,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you so much. Okay, to award the certificates of commendation to our brilliant panel members, let's all welcome once again Mintad Comprehensive High School Principal and the Cluster 6 Research Consultant, Dr. Leia M. Camilotes.
Good afternoon, Doc Leia.
Good, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon. At this point in time, we will be giving our commendation to our panelists. They are not just brilliant, but indeed they are amazing individuals who really uh, giving their precious time, the time in itself, the generosity, as well as their skills. So, on behalf of the Cluster 6, this research family of ours would really like to commend you, our panelists, for helping us out, giving us the necessary technical assistance we much needed, and of course, judging all the paperwork as well as giving insights and commendations as well as suggestions to really the study would somehow bridge in the gaps for our learners. And so, with it, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to request the beautiful mom Roby May to please read on the text as I am going to give the details of each panelist's name. I don't have the cash. If only I could send them out here through the air, but it seems it will not. So, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Roby May, could you please do the honor as you read the certificate of commendation?
Yes, Ma'am Leia. Okay. The certificate of commendation is awarded to Dr. Raisa Z. Samiliano in grateful acknowledgement of her expertise, professional competence, and invaluable service as panelist, contributing to the successful conduct of the third multidisciplinary research summit of Cluster 6 with the theme Championing the Future Through Research, held on August 6, 2021 via Google Meet. Given this at Mintal Comprehensive High School, Davao City, Philippines. Signed by Dr. Leia M. Camilotes, Research Consultant, and Dr. Junito O. Galan, the Public Schools District Supervisor.
Yes. So thank you so much, Dr. Riza Z. Samiliano. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. And the same
Thank you,
content
ma'am.
for that certificate of commendation, Ma'am Raisa. We are so grateful. Suki ka talaga ng Cluster 6 and we miss you. Yeah, and we are really looking forward for this event kasi nandyan ka. Thank you so much, Ma'am Raisa. At medyo slimmer na tayo ngayon. Mas lalong gumanda. Thank you, Ma'am Rice. Okay, the same commendation is given to Dr. Herbacio Salinas Jr. Hi, Doc Jerbs. I missed you. Thank you, sir, for being with us. My salute to all of you. Yeah, ang galing naman. Lagi, dili ko na siya CS, jud na siya, no? Okay, wala ko kapirma, Ma'am.
R po na, R. O, R po na
Yeah,
middle initial.
Sige. May na lang jud no kay virtual. Yes, Doc Jerbs. Thank you, Doc Jerbs, because you're really giving us your time. Busy masyado sa division office, but you are with us. We truly loved you. And then you are with us from the start of this cluster summit. And next year, we will again see you. I love you, Doc
Hopefully, I'll
Jerby.
see you as well. Next week.
Yay!
Love
Thank you
pa rin,
so
T.
much.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Yay! Yeah, karinti mi anak niya. And another amazing panelist that we have, the beautiful Mom Christine Cervantes. Doc Christine Cervantes, ma'am. Thank you so much for your precious time extended to Cluster 6. We are truly grateful. And another doctor that really deserves the certificate of commendation. Murag kaila kaayo pud mi ani niya. Yeah, Dr.
Hi, ma'am.
Ameline Labasano from
Hi,
Kalina National
Hamley.
High School. Siya po na kinakusgan dito sa ilaha po sa research.
Si
So,
Ma'am
Ma'am
Debs, ma'am.
Ami, thank you so much for being with us, for really helping us out. And I really heard the way you speak up from the heart, how the students really get into this amidst the pandemic. Ma'am Ami, thank you so much and we are truly grateful.
Salamat,
Salamat,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Salamat.
Yeah, and another certificate of commendation is given to Dr. Rex A. Lim. Hi, Sir Rex.
Hi, ma'am. Hi, ma'am.
So young, brilliant, and guapo. Dr. Rex, salamat kaayo for joining us. And whoo, it's a one-day activity and yet wala dyan naguba imong pagkagwapo, sir. We are truly grateful. Cluster
Thank
6
you.
really is truly happy for having you, having with us this cluster summit of ours. Salamat, Dr.
Thank
Rex
you.
Lim.
Thank you.
Yes, and another is Certificate of Commendation to Mr. Enol Wenyo Barona. Hi, sir. Salamat, sir, for joining with us. Truly, the words that you have extended, you shared, will really sum up a big influence for our teachers and our students, as well as the school heads of the Cluster 6. We are truly grateful of your presence, sir. And another one is Dr. Zaldi Alima. Dr.
Hello po.
Zaldi, yeah.
Thank you for having
Salamat,
me.
sir. Yeah, and you are really a wonderful panelist. I really imbibe and then I have to put it in all the words that you have shared. Salamat, sir. Salamat, Doc, for
My
being with
pleasure.
us. Yeah. Next year, we just hope you will also be joining us, helping us out, and then we are truly grateful. May utang po kami sa inyo, saludo kami. Marami pong salamat.
Thank you very much po.
Yes. And another, okay na po tayo? The beautiful Dr. Celine Cabading. Hello, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am, for helping us out. Thank you, ma'am, for, our panelist is complete. And then we really have this journey. It's that championing the future through research and with your help, truly, we are grateful. Marami pong salamat, ma'am. Thank you. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to have now, Ma'am Celine is from America.
Yes,
Wow,
Doc.
galing
From
naman.
America.
So, international tayo, no?
Yes,
Si
ma'am.
Dr. Kapading, may school yan sila dito and then nandun na sila sa America. Imagine, that's how research really make impossible to possible. Ang galing talaga. So, thank you so much, ma'am. And with that, I would like to turn now the air to the beautiful Robbie May and, of course, the dashing debonair, Sir Rupert John Ali. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Leia.
So we just had powerhouse panel members, Ma'am Bam, right? Cluster 6 is really blessed to have you all. All right, now it's time to commend the teacher and our student participants. But before that, let's hear some shout outs.
Shout outs.
Let's read some shout outs. Okay. So we have from Melody Waay, Great job, young researchers watching from Los Amigos National High School.
Okay, from Norlihan Alcazar Piquet. Audit tambis abe nakog unom lang ang entry ma'am na apaday karong hapon na apagid ma'am pito na sila
Apagid, ma'am.
kabuok. Dili lang unom.
We actually have 7 entries for teacher
For
category.
teachers category. And 9 for students.
Students category.
Okay.
Alright.
Yes, tapos na si Ma'am Melody Waay. Sir.
From Eribel Summer Asube Bendia. Ma'am says, go Kate Ugon Gallardo from Tacuna National High School.
Na, support jud ta.
Yeah, yes. Nice supporter.
Okay. Ma'am Jackie Suniga, ito kanina. Thanks po Cluster 6 for the experience. Much grateful also to the panelists. Happy kay siya. Congrats,
Yes.
Ma'am Jack.
Sa
Okay.
ito, yahang trick,
Tringers
finger
trick.
trick. Finger trick.
Okay.
Dati comment si Sir Norman actually, nakalimot lang ko.
Tringers trick daw,
Fingers
sir.
daw.
Trigonometry and ito, sir.
From Ma'am Dat Revilla, watching from Sibulan National High School. Hello, Ma'am.
Outside cluster 6, no?
All right, so let's go back to the awarding. Our watch awardees. All right, so as I had mentioned this morning, we actually have 3 categories. And in each category, we have 3 awardees, 3 for the school heads, 3 for the teachers, and 3 for the students. So let me read the citation. Certificate of recognition is awarded to for advocating time consciousness on observance of Project Watch during the Cluster's 6th Third Research Summit with the theme Championing the Future Through Research via online streaming on August 6, 2021, given this 6th day of August 2021 at Nintal Comprehensive High School. Signed, Marian R. Isid, our MCHS SHS Watch Coordinator, and Ma'am Maya Di Busqueda. Happy birthday, by the way, Ma'am Maya. Our Cluster
Happy
6 Watch
birthday.
Coordinator. And of
Happy
course,
birthday, Mamaya.
our Public Schools District Supervisor, Dr. Junito Ogalan. So, the certificate of recognition is awarded to Roffer and Yabomo. Congratulations.
We also have Romel J. Lutarte.
And we have Marlon C. Calyao. Congratulations.
Then for teachers category, we have Ma'am Norin B. Manapol of Talandang National High School.
We also have Ma'am Karen and Visaya.
Okay. Congratulations, ma'am, from Manuel Janga. And Ma'am Carol June Oel Sonsona, still from Manuel Janga National High School. Meron pa? Okay, for the school
Yes,
head.
school head.
Meron pala. Okay.
Do the honors, Ma'am Rob.
Okay. Congratulations, Sir Rodrigo J. Cayanong, for the school head category for being given this certificate of recognition for the Watch awardees.
Ang premyo kay Watch.
Nani premyo, ma'am?
Watch ang premyo.
Watch.
Right. Shout outs.
Shout outs.
From Ma'am Eileen Suter Orion. Ma'am Eileen says, congrats, Cluster 6. Congrats, researchers. Job well done. Yes, indeed. Congratulations to all our participants today.
Okay, from Ma'am Juda Aguirre from Tagakpa National High School. Thank you so much, Doc Elsie Entero Gagabe.
Yes, Ma'am Juda is one of the module writers in practical research subject.
Science teacher. Di po ni basta-basta si ma'am.
Shout out daw.
Shout
Ma'am
out.
Ligaya Sia of Mintag Comprehensive High School, Senior High School Department. Ito ba, gusto i-shout out Ma'am Mel? Ay, Ma'am Rob?
Happy watching, no? Ma'am Ligaya, Bernardo Sia. Happy watching from Ital Comprehensive High School.
Shout out po sa akong idol, si...
Okay, sir. Sir Rupert. Imuha na na, sir.
So difficult to read this one. Basta si Ma'am.
Ano? Purifer Atropoda. Okay. Ma'am, lisod kayo yung pangalan.
Phylum Commune Rasta Poriferar
Porifera Arthropoda. Okay.
Kasi yung nickname lang kay si Ma'am Poda. Indeed, Cluster 6 teachers and students truly love research. Congrats all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Shout out din ako ang idol, si Sir Gerson L. Monredondo. Kita na siya karon. Sir.
Hello, Sir Mon.
Shout out po naman ang team ICT. Busy kayo. Para sa kilid-kilid. Headed by Ma'am Mel and Sir Lester. Napay magpasya. Ay, tama. Ang atuwa di ay saan ba ni sis?
Hey, from Ma'am CGL Sonsona. Thank you, Cluster Watch Team. Congratulations, ma'am. Congratulations, Ma'am Sonsona.
Shout out kay Sir Darwin Pulido and his wife sa food nga namian kay ganina.
Nami kayo ang food. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Polido.
Punta na sa Monday.
Oh, okay, from Ma'am Eileen Sutar Orion. Shout out, Ma'am Rob May, our talandang bunso. Miss you too.
Ama, dito maday kagikan
mo. Yeah. From Talandang National High School.
Isang idol, si Sir...
Si Sir Liberan. Hi, Sir. Kumusta na ka?
Hello, Sir. Mayang hapon.
Kimingaw na Sir Rupert ni mo, Sir. Miss you, Talandang family.
Sa pa, Ma'am Rob, isa may gusto magpa-shout. Of course, ang kuanday, moderator sa students category, si Sir Kim Ravida.
Yeah, Sir Engineer Kim P. Ravida. Thank you, sir.
Si Sir Dre, napahipi lang sa gilid si Sir.
Yeah. Amazing pagkayo ni si Sir Kim.
Yes. Ay!
Sir Rupert.
Ikaw na magbasa, Ma'am Rob. Maulaw ko.
Kay Ma'am Leia Camilote, shout out sa host, murag artista.
Tagaan ko ni si Ma'am Leia ang certificate sa pag-ingon, ani? Thank you, Ma'am Leia.
Thank you, Ma'am Leia.
Napunod pa shout out si Ma'am Rosaline Batingal.
Yes.
Ang
hey, Ma'am Sonsona. Congrats sa mga brilliant and good-looking hosts, Ma'am Bem, Sir Rupert, and Sir Kim. Thank you, Ma'am June.
PH lang yun ko din, Ma'am Sonsona. Thank you, Ma'am. No, Ma'am Bem na napuno gyud ko information karong adlaw.
Tinuod jud, sir, daghan kay maton-an. Maskin og dili ta apil sa research bitaw nga mga participants, but we gain a lot by listening and learning from our panelists. Especially, sir, sa ato ang mga panelists, daghan kay tag-input.
Yes, exactly.
They were so great. They were so brilliant in giving suggestions and recommendations. Actually, that will surely make the research of our participants more interesting and valid, di ba? Daghan kay siya og
I did not feel that I'm hosting today. Actually, I felt like I am joining a training.
Yes, sir.
So, sa mga nadungog na ko nga mga inputs.
Daghan siya matunan.
Panel members, daghan siya kay matunan.
Oh, shout out sa Pa-Foods. Tawaga, Ma'am Leia. Shout out sa Pa-Foods.
Sir Darwin, shout out sa Pa-Foods daw.
When daw ta magsugod sa catering, sir? Business. Matulog sa daw si Doc Darwin.
And Ma'am Pem, I would like to share something. No, na this afternoon, I actually have two words in my mind. In my mind, those words are winning and learning. So because we are going to award the winners, no. So let me just share the words that I have in my mind. So winning and learning. Um, I think everybody is winner. It's considered
Yes,
a winner
precisely.
for today's activity because we have learned a lot from this event. So by learning a lot of things, now we are all winners. So
Yes.
congratulations everyone from
Especially to the
the
participants for
exactly.
spending their lot of time, efforts, diba, sir? So, they were all winners. Whatever the result will be, you are all winners, both for the student and the teachers category.
Yun,
We are
pahabol
so
si
proud
Ma'am
of you, di ba?
pahabol
Si
si Ma'am
Ma'am
Leia.
Leia.
Shout out sa mga school heads of Cluster 6 for their utmost support behind the scenes. Exactly, Ma'am. Thank you,
Precisely.
our school heads. Sige, Ma'am Pam, shout out. Sino na pa kayo shout out?
Isa pa gusto magpa-shoutout din ha. Chat
Atong,
lang.
atong police. Ay, sorry.
Ayo, sa pulis di ay dira na nagtanaw from Tibungol. Hi, Sir Romar. Hi, sir. Thank you support.
Tagan pala ko na. Di police mo pa shout out.
Nara dira sa kilid-kilid. Thank you, sir, for watching and for being with us this whole day. Isa pa. Di tanaw siya, ma'am.
Tama ako, Ma'am, no? Right?
Sir Rupert.
Yes. Shout out na lang po na ako. Kay wala pa yung nag-shout out.
Sa Pepsi, sir.
Wala, naka-kuan. Work from home.
Work from home.
Akong wife, huwag ako ang gamatoy. Hi, Ru, kung nagtanaw ka.
Ganahan na nag-shoutout sa ano.
Case for the school heads. Thank you so much. Dr. Helen Girino from Tacuna National High School. Sir Felix O. Abelio from Talandang National High School. Ma'am Leia Camilotes from Mintal Comprehensive High School. Ma'am Emmy Gokong from Optasiano Hilay National High School. Okay, Sir Elmer Suarez from Tagakpan. Okay, from Estepona National High School. Isa pa. Tagakpan. Thank you so much. Okay, shout out from Ma'am Odette Tambis. Shout out to Sir John for inspiring us all research enthusiasts. Please, especially Sir Galan. Thank you kaayo, Sir Galan, for the support, for the idea, and for being here with us, sir. Thank you kaayo, Sir John Galan. Sir? Rodrigo Cayanong from Estepona National High School. Ann Texon. Shout out Ma'am Cherry Makabudbod and Ma'am Melody Huwico. Thank you so much. Sir Cortez from Tugbok National High School. Dain Kabilugan from Los Amigos National High School. Naglahi-lahi naman guni sila no? Si Ma'am Ungkoy, one of the best principals po ni siya. Ma'am Ungkoy from Biao National High School. Hi, Ma'am Ungkoy. Napabatay na limtan, bago Shero. Okay, Sir Christopher Lapasena. Okay, from Bago Oshero. Adlib na. Sino pa? Pa-shout out. Sino, sir? Katulugo National High School. Kinsa? Okay, wala. Okay, so Ma'am Odette Tambi. Sige, sir, pakibasa. Sir Rupert?
Okay, from
Yes, si Ma'am Heidi
Ma'am
Forsuelo
Heidi,
from
yes.
Santo Niño National High
Shout
School.
out to my school principal, according to Ma'am Odette Tambis, Ma'am Heidi.
Norman
Forsuelo.
Rautraut Galabo. Uy, shout out to
Alam mo,
Wuwo. Sir Rupert. Wuwo.
Kay Muni or ako sa ako. We also have si Sir Judiven Abadia, right? Of Matina Biao. Hello, sir. And si Sir Felix Abelio.
Talandang National High School. Ma'am Jean
Ma'am
Moreno.
So, Ma'am Jean, shout out to Sir Darwin and Sir Norman of Mintag Comprehensive High School. Hello, Ma'am Jean.
Appeal daw si Mario Bem. Kaya webinar sa diri.
Okay, from Ma'am Daisy Bilaino, i-appeal daw si Mario Bem.
Oy! Napaday pulis nagtanaw. Welcome to DepEd. Okay. Hello, Sir Mario Laino. Okay. Thank you for watching. Ma'am Marian Balili Ongkoy. Hi, Ro. Manluod na unta ko ba? Kaya wako mention ha. Thank you, guys. Sorry, Ma'am Ongkoy. Wala may listahan. Pero wala dyan ka. Di ka malimpan, Ma'am. Isa pa. Wala
Si,
na ba?
yes.
Ma'am Ongkoy. Naka-akuan pa ay ni po. Ma'am
Shout
Odette
out
Tampi.
to Norly Jan A. Pikit for taking the challenge.
Yes.
From Ma'am Odette Tampis.
Isa pa. Ma'am Ongkoy! Ayaw panloon! Okay na? Shout out kay Mr. Tutor of New Valencia Integrated School. Wow. Then, kay Mr. Henry Valladares of Balderas Integrated School. Hello po, sir. Good afternoon.
We also have from our PSDS, shout out to Mr. Robert Ariate of Carmen Integrated School.
Okay.
All right, so at this juncture,
Okay, may pahabol pa tayo from Balderas Integrated School, Ma'am Joanna Rojas. Hi, Ma'am Joanna.
okay, Ma'am Bem, are we good now?
I'm with you, sir. Okay.
So at this juncture, we would like to present the winner from STEM and non-STEM. And it will be presented by our PSTS, Dr. Junito Ogalan. Sir, welcome once again.
Good afternoon, Sir Galan.
Sir,
Okay, thank you so much. Miss Ruby May and Mr. Rupert John Alikaya, job well done.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much to Dr. Darwin Pulido, the best research coordinator in Cluster 6. And so with Ma'am Leia Camilotis, the research consultant. And to all 17 institutional research coordinators of Cluster 6, congratulations. Shout out din kay kay Jason Reyes of Ula National High School.
yes.
Ayo, from Ula, na di Ula. Daghan na wagod kay Tagano, no?
Oh, na-miss jud to si Juan Jason. Mingon jud to siya mo message jud to sa Facebook karon.
Manluod na jud to sila, sir.
Si Ma'am Joanna Rojas of Balderas Integrated
Balderas Integrated School.
Ay, si Ma'am Lizari Bergayo.
Right, shout out, ma'am.
Si Amy Gukong, si Doc Amy Gukong, na shout out ninyo sa Optasya
Yes po. Ma'am Emmy Gokong, Hilay National High School.
Mr. Elmer Suarez of Tagakpan.
Okay, Tagakpan, yes, sir. Manuel Janga, sir.
Si Mr. Rodrigo Cayanong, the Lone
okay.
Awardee. Project Watch Award.
Ay, oo, karon sa school head. Abti kay si sir makapa-attendance na. Okay, so let's just wait.
Congratulations to our researchers, to our presenters. Job well done. Dili lalim ang mag-present.
Exactly, sir.
With the presence of our panel members.
Okay.
All right, sir. You may now do the honors.
Yes.
And present the winners.
Do we have the names of the winners?
Okay, the names of the winners.
For science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Certificate of recognition is awarded to Fidel D. Pasco Jr. of Mintal High School.
Congratulations!
For winning the best research paper for STEM category.
Yay!
Dapat madako niya itong kuan screen.
Madako pa? Kana, sir.
Kikuasa kong kuan ha. Kanang classes.
Sir, take your time, sir. Wow,
Congratulations!
Fidel.
Fidel D.
Best
Pasco
research
Jr. I don't have the copy, Sir Rupert.
Sige,
Okay,
okay.
from Mintal Comprehensive High School.
Mintal Comprehensive High School. Congratulations. Another award is given to
Wow! Still from
for winning the best research paper for non-STEM category.
Yay! Congratulations!
Congratulations from Mintal Comprehensive High School.
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That is for non-STEM category, yes.
Non-STEM category.
STEM category.
Okay, for teachers category.
So congratulations to our two researchers
Yes,
from
sir.
Mintal Comprehensive High School.
Pride of Mintal Comprehensive High School.
Where excellence is a virtue.
Exactly.
Yes, exactly.
Congratulations also to those who joined. Joining is
Of
already
course.
right, sir?
Yes.
And of course, the mentors, the advisors.
Yes, sir. The mentors and the advisors.
Kay kuan yun na sila, Rob.
Yes, sir.
Rain or shine.
Yes, sir.
May
Effort
anbay,
jud.
walang
Maptan
puyat.
paggabi, sir, para lang jud ma-check ang paper. Okay, sir.
Exactly.
We have
Is this
now
for
the...
teachers category?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm very proud to announce the third winner.
Okay, third place, sir.
We have
Third place.
3 best
For
papers.
the
sir.
teachers category from Takuna National High School, Annabel Yap Dalman.
Congratulations, Ma'am
Award,
Annabel.
Teachers category.
Tie? Third place? Okay,
Tie.
tie.
Yeah, we have a
Tie, sir. We have
a
tie.
tie.
For the
I
third
am very
place.
proud to announce Cherry May D. Nakabudbod of
Los Amigos National High
School. Best Research Paper Award.
Oh.
Third
Finger
place.
Congratulations, Ma'am Che. Oh,
Yeah.
second place.
Second place from Talandang National High School.
Congratulations.
Naki B. Suniega. Best Research Paper Award. Teachers category. Congratulations.
Congrats, Ma'am
Congratulations,
Jackie Soniega. Hello.
Hello.
And the winner.
The winner is...
And the best.
Whoa!
The best teacher science paper for teachers category award goes to the third multidisciplinary research summit, the first virtual research summit of Cluster 6. Ladies and gentlemen, the pride and joy of Mintal Comprehensive High School Senior High School Department, Jean M. Baliad.
Yay!
Congratulations!
Congrats, Ma'am Jean! Congratulations to all the winners and to all
And
our
also to the
participants.
presenters and researchers, congratulations also.
Oh.
Amazing
Yay!
performance.
It's a job well done. Well, proud.
I still we have,
Congratulations.
we have to award our
Meron pa?
presenters.
Yes, sir.
Wow, best presenter.
Best presenter for STEM category award from our students. Fidel D. Pasco Jr. from
Wow,
Comprehensive High School.
congratulations.
Best paper and best presenter.
Best presenter. Another special award. Best presenter for non-STEM category. Criseline A. Hironaga from Mintal Comprehensive High School, Senior High School.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. And
And our best presenter for this year's third Multidisciplinary Research Summit, Teachers category, goes to Jean M. Baliad.
yay!
The
Congratulations,
pride
Ma'am
of Senior
Jean.
High School.
Congratulations, Ma'am Jean Baliag.
Okay. Meron pa ba?
Exciting.
Tiba-tiba ang kompre. Okay. So again, thank you, Dr. Galan, for taking the lead. Sir John?
By the way, for our evaluation, it will be flashed on the screen. Don't forget to, yeah, there. Forget to express and write your evaluation for today's activity. We still have the second and third for the students category, right, sir? Now, once again, would like to acknowledge Sir Jason Reyes, actually acknowledge Sir Yanina of Ula National High School. And Ma'am Lessery Bargario of Norberto Bacaro Tubok National High School Annex. Hello, Ma'am and Sir. Good afternoon.
Our gratitude also Sir Rupert sa ato ang
Yes, sir.
panelists, Dr. Raisa, Dr. Kabading, and Dr. Herbacio. Thank you so much for your valuable insights, comments, recommendations, and suggestions.
Brilliant mind, sir.
Exactly.
Proud kayo. Jump pack yun, sir. Mga atong mga
Oh, niya, inspired pa gyapon si Doc Darwin, motivated gyapon siya to lead Cluster 6 despite
Yes,
all
sir.
odds and challenges.
Motivated.
Motivated.
Because Doc Darwin possesses the 6 C's of Cluster 6 values: commitment, creativity, collaboration, compassion, competence, with character. Mao jud natong 6 C's sa Cluster 6.
Bantog day, sexy si Sir Darwin.
At the same time.
Sexy.
Napay award.
Napa, sir.
Napa,
Second
sir.
and
We
third.
are waiting for the second and third.
Yes, sir.
Again, let us remind you of the evaluation link posted on the screen.
Ma'am
Yeah, I would
Ruby,
also like to-
si Ma'am Ruby ug si Sir Kim, di ba, Sir Rupert? Una
Yes,
pa
Sir
Kim, si Ruby da. Thank you,
siya
Sir
sa ilang
Kim.
kuan.
Oh,
Pare-pareho
dara.
sila.
Yes, Sir Kim.
Thank you, Kim. Para
Hi,
silang
Sir Kim.
magsulat ng Brad and sis.
Exactly, sir. Bitaw, sir. Pareha og
Wow.
aura. Pareha og aura, sir.
Aura. At the same time, ang skin complexion, tanawa, laking kuan.
Pamain daw,
Dr. Bello na sila na kuan, model.
pamain daw sa kabilang sa likod ni Sir Kim, sir.
Okay, we have the third place.
Yes.
Third place. Is this for students category?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I am very proud to announce for the third place, students category, Best Research Paper Award goes to Mary Jean L. Talisik. From what school?
From
what school is
From what school?
Tagakpan National
Okay,
High
from Tagakpan National
From
High School.
Tagakpan National High
Congratulations.
School with their school head, Mr. Elmer Suarez.
Congratulations. Gary G.
Mr. Suarez is the newly promoted principal from Principal 1 to Principal 2.
Wow.
Wow, congratulations, Sir Suarez.
Second place goes to, for students category, Best Research Paper Award goes to Norly John A. Piquet. From what school?
From Santo Niño? Ito?
Ay, Santo Niño National
Okay,
High
from
School.
Santo Niño. Congratulations!
And to the proud principal to Ma'am Heidi Porzuelo.
Hello. Yes, ma'am. Shout out, Ma'am Heidi. Congratulations.
Kasi ang Santo Niño is the home of champions.
Wow.
Ano ilang mantra.
Cluster 6, sir, as a whole.
Ah.
The home of champions.
Hey, by the way, I would like to recognize also the effort of Mrs. Rosalyn G. Batingal, the committee chairman on evaluation of the program. Thank you so much, Ma'am Rose, for your great help and contribution. And behind this event, thank you so much also for the effort of our ICT coordinators, Ma'am Melissa A. Reputana and Sir Lester Baang. Thank you so much.
Once again, of course, the moderator for today's students category, Sir Kim Ravida. Sir, congratulations. I thank you for gracing our event today.
The documentation team. Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Team.
Headed by Ma'am Ligaya Bernardo Sia. Thank you, Ma'am. And Ma'am Beverly Tabulator. Okay, Ma'am Beverly Regidor of Biao National High School.
Shout
Thank you
out
so
as well
much.
to Ma'am Judah May B. Aguirre, Ways and Means Committee Chair.
For Sir Norman R. Galabo. Okay. For teacher category, Scientific Review Committee Chairman.
And of course, si Ma'am Beverly Regidor, Scientific Review Committee Chair, Student Category. Hello, Ma'am. How are you, Ma'am?
Kumusta, Ma'am Bev? Okay, I would also like to recognize Ma'am Audit Tambis of Santo Niño National High School for the Awards Committee Chair.
As well as Ma'am Karen Ann Visaya for Communication Committee Chair. Hello, Ma'am. Thank you.
And the layout and background artist, Sir Rupert.
Oh, yes. Once again, si Sir Engineer Kim Ravida. Sir, thank you.
Engineer Kim. Thank you, Sir Kim.
Meritorious po ni si Sir. Dagan kayo siyang achievements.
Sobra.
Sana all. Right. Again, the evaluation for this afternoon's for today's activity is posted on your screen. Do we still have more shout outs while waiting? What? Sir Kim, would you like to say something, sir?
Sir Kim.
Hello. Hello, ma'am. So, siguro,
Hi.
I think everyone has already been acknowledged, no? This event
Yes.
will not really be made possible without the support of everyone. So, magsimula dun sa mga student participants, writing a research paper is really tough. Di ba? And of course, sa mga advisors, we should not, forget them because this is not just a student work. This is also a work of those teachers. And of course, we should also acknowledge that they have done all of these hard work in the time of pandemic. So, di ba? That's a great feat and a great challenge. Di ba?
Yes.
Please.
Above all, we would like to give thanks to the Lord
Yes.
Yes.
for allowing us to have this event today.
Okay, for the success.
So it's challenging because of the pandemic. So thank you, Lord. All right.
Okay, so to officially conclude our today's event, let us hear a message of acknowledgement from our Cluster 6 Research Coordinator and the Master Teacher 1 from Intal Comprehensive High School, Dr. Darwin Z. Polido. Sir Darwin.
Who embodies the 6 C's
Yeah.
with a sexy body.
Commitment. Basta yung pinakalas is the character, o, di ba? 6C. Ito.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon to our televiewers out there, our participants, of course, our coaches, and our dear school heads of the Cluster 6, and of course, the father of research. I used to say the father of research, Dr. Junito Ogalan, and together with him, the equally beautiful and brilliant research consultant, Dr. Leia Camilotes, who always motivates us to really develop this culture of excellence in the field of research here in Cluster 6. Okay, I think all the PWG members were already recognized. Thank you so much for your effort, guys, especially Ma'am Lisa Cotana and Sir Lester, and all the hosts for today, and all the coaches, the participants, the teachers, all school research coordinators. Thank you so much. Thank you also to our regional director, Dr. Alan Farnazo, for gracing a while ago in our activity, for giving such inspirational message, and of course, to Dr. Elsie Gagabe for that wonderful message also. And of course, to all the panelists, thank you so much for sharing your time with us. It was really indeed an honor. We are really blessed to have you, our panelists. Thank you so much for your support, for giving such wonderful comments and suggestions to our researchers. We will ensure that all your suggestions will be incorporated in our research paper. So again, thank you everyone, and we hope to see you for the next year, the Research Summit of Cluster 6. So on behalf of the Cluster 6, thank you very much. So God bless everyone. So here in Cluster 6, where excellence is a virtue.
Sir Rupert, ikaw na.